Hello, my beautiful, majestic Leos, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. I am so deeply honored to connect with you today because the energy that is swirling around you right now, well, it is nothing short of breathtaking. What if I told you, dear heart, that the royal blessing you have been so patiently, so courageously waiting for isn't some distant star in a faraway galaxy? What if I told you it is already here, descending upon you between September 12th and 14th, like a shower of pure golden sunlight, ready to illuminate every corner of your magnificent kingdom? This isn't a theory, my radiant friend. This isn't a vague promise for the future. This is a tangible, palpable, divine coronation that is happening for you right here, right now. You did not stumble upon this message by mere chance. Oh no, something deep within your sovereign spirit, that powerful lion's roar in your heart, guided you here. It was an insistent, knowing pull, recognizing that this is far more than just another astrological forecast. This, my beautiful Leo, is a divine spotlight turning directly upon you. It is a soul-deep confirmation that you are standing on the precipice of something awe-inspiring, something wonderfully abundant, and something that feels as real and as warm as the sun on your skin. Your name is being spoken in the halls of the cosmos, not as a hopeful wish, but as a divine decree. And the celestial gates, my friends, are swinging open wide, releasing the very inheritance your courageous heart has already earned. We are talking about abundance, creative fulfillment, soul-level recognition, and a profound, unshakable sense of purpose. The cosmic gears have turned. The stage is now set. The only question that truly remains is, are you ready to step into your light and receive it all? If your heart is roaring a magnificent yes. Right now, I invite you to join our beautiful community on this journey. Take a moment to comment below with this powerful declaration to the universe. Drop your birthday below. Fate has a surprise for you. Let's fill this space with our collective power. And if you haven't already, please do me the honor of subscribing to Cosmic Wisdom and turning on notifications. You are an essential part of this family, and I want to make sure you never miss these life-altering cosmic transmissions we are co-creating together. This isn't just a fleeting moment of luck, dear Leo. This is a sacred intersection where your divine birthright, the fiery rhythm of the stars, and an ancient doorway to legacy are unlocking specifically for you between September 6th and 8th. Your magnificent ruler, the sun itself, the very center of our solar system, the source of all life and light, is entering into a rare and breathtakingly powerful dance with Jupiter, the planet of expansion and miracles, and Uranus, the great awakener. Can you feel the power in that? This alignment doesn't just stir the surface of your life. My friends, it sends a seismic shockwave of pure creative potential through the very bedrock of your reality. What does this cosmic symphony truly mean for you? It means the karmic rewards for your generosity are returning 1,000-fold. Think of all the times you shared your light without asking for anything in return. The times you encouraged others when your own flame felt low. the moments you led with your heart simply because it is your nature. The universe saw it all. This energy can manifest as sudden brilliant shifts in your career, unexpected opportunities that feel like they were tailor-made for your unique gifts or support, arriving from the most surprising places, grounding you in a new sense of security and purpose that you never imagined possible. But let's go even deeper, shall we? This moment isn't just lucky, it is profoundly sacred. For so long, you have been building your kingdom in silence, not with bricks and mortar, but with acts of courage and generosity that often went unseen. You've been the heart of your pride, the source of warmth for so many, stoking the fires of hope, even when you faced your own inner winters. And now, the season of the grand harvest has finally arrived. So just for a moment, take a deep cleansing breath with me, in and out. Feel into this energy. Could this be why you felt that inner fire, that restless urge to create something bigger, to step onto a grander stage, to finally claim your throne? Could this be why the old limitations that once seemed like castle walls now feel like they are crumbling to dust? In this journey together today, we are going to trace every single golden thread of energy that is surrounding you. We will explore the symbolic signs, the magnificent planetary movements, and how all of it weaves directly into your wealth, your creative expression, and your life's most sacred purpose. But more than anything else, we are here to affirm a truth that your soul has already begun to whisper to you. That inner voice you've been hearing lately, the one nudging you to prepare for your grand entrance. It isn't a fantasy or a fleeting dream. It is your destiny calling. It is the majestic roar of your future self, letting you know that your time is now. So Leo, if every fiber of your being feels the profound truth in these words, I invite you once more to anchor this powerful energy. Comment with the sacred number of abundance and manifestation. And 8 right below. This isn't just a number, it's a beacon. It is a powerful signal to the universe and to your own magnificent heart that you are awake, you are listening, and you are ready to hold the scepter of your own destiny. It's how we ground this monumental shift into our reality together. And while you're here, allow me to speak directly from my heart to yours. Thank you. Your brilliant presence, your powerful voice, your radiant energy, every comment, every share, every single time you subscribe. It is the lifeblood of this sacred space. You are the heartbeat behind every message we are blessed to bring through. So please don't drift away. Stay close, because what is about to unfold about your unique role, your divine gifts, and your lasting legacy is nothing short of extraordinary. Now, my radiant Leo, have you ever wondered what specific frequency in your energy field called this exact message to you today? Let's feel into that together, shall we? There is something truly rare stirring in the unseen realms, not just whispering, but roaring like a cosmic fire echoing across the universe. And you, dear Leo, are not merely a spectator. You are standing at its brilliant, magnificent center. Not symbolically, but fully and tangibly. Between September the 6th and 8th, as your ruler, the glorious Sun, forms this flowing electric trine with Jupiter and Uranus. The heavens don't just shimmer. They throw open the royal gates. Imagine a vault forged from starlight and sealed with ancient magic suddenly swinging open. Your name is the first one inscribed upon its golden ledger. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is preparing to release everything that has been held in a sacred spiritual trust just for you. Abundance, creative breakthroughs, soul-aligned opportunities, and yes, those long-awaited victories. These planetary movements are not just pretty patterns in the sky, they are divine catalysts for your evolution. The Sun represents your core identity, your life force, your very essence. It is your divine right to shine. Jupiter, the great benefactor, expands and magnifies everything it touches, taking your innate radiance and turning it into a brilliant supernova. And then there's Uranus, the liberator. It cracks open anything that has confined your spirit. Together, my friends, they don't knock politely on the door of your potential. They blast through the barriers with a kind of sparkling, joyful intensity. So what does this truly mean for you, magnificent Leo? It means you are stepping into what I can only describe as a golden age, a season where all of your heart's courageous work finally begins to bear the most beautiful fruit. Think of this moment as a long overdue cosmic yes, a divine seal of approval pressed upon every quiet decision you made to shine instead of shrink. The silent acts of generosity, the brave vulnerability, the times you chose love over fear, all of it was witnessed. And in the perfect timing of the sacred, nothing goes unseen. Nothing is ever lost. You are not being handed this moment like some random lottery ticket. You have forged it yourself, one courageous heartbeat at a time. In those quiet moments, when no one was there to applaud you, you kept your inner flame burning brightly. And that, my dear Leo, is precisely why this royal door is swinging open for you now. When the heart learns to rule its own inner kingdom with integrity, without constantly seeking external praise, the deeper laws of the universe must respond. It echoes a profound truth. To the one who shines their light freely, a greater kingdom shall be entrusted. That is what is unfolding for you now. It's not just about money arriving, although it most certainly can. It's about stepping into a new level of divine leadership. And this isn't the heavy, burdensome kind of responsibility. It's the kind that fits your shoulders perfectly, because you are finally ready to build something real, something that lasts. This financial and creative energy doesn't just bring comfort, it brings the tools to build your legacy. It realigns you with what your soul came here to create, to inspire, and to share with the world. And if you've ever sat with that heartbreaking question, why did it take so long? Why did I have to go through so much? Here is your sacred answer: preparation. Not just the preparation of your outer world, but the sacred preparation of your inner throne room. Imagine a magnificent spotlight being turned on an empty stage. It would just be a blank, bright light. The universe waited not for you to be perfect, but for you to be ready to perform the masterpiece of your life. Not flawless, but fully present in your own radiant power. And now the stage is built. The curtain is rising, the audience is waiting, and the spotlight is finding you. That is what makes this moment so incredibly potent. It's not just about the stars aligning in the sky, it's about how you have courageously aligned your own heart with their brilliant light. You are not receiving this because of some cosmic coincidence. You are receiving this because you have become the benevolent, radiant ruler who is ready to receive it. From this moment on, you move differently. You handle your resources with a newfound clarity and creative vision. You make choices from a calm, sovereign center. You stop performing for approval, not because you've given up, but because you finally trust that what is meant for your kingdom is already on its way to you. My dear Leo, this journey is no longer about proving your worth. It is about allowing yourself to fully, deeply believe in the worth that has been inside you all along. You do not need to fight for what is already divinely yours. You only need to open the gates of your heart and allow it to enter. These days, from September 6th through the 8th, are not about a reward for a performance. They are about a profound transformation from within. So allow yourself to receive not with doubt or over-analysis, but with a quiet, regal trust. This is not a random windfall. This is the moment your inner radiance finally matches the brilliance of the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. If you have felt the very ground shifting beneath your feet lately, a quiet tension, a flicker of movement just beneath the surface, you are not mistaken. You are being positioned for your ascension. And now that the gate is unlocked, your task is beautifully simple. Walk through it with your head held high, with grace, and with the joy of a ruler returning home. You were never behind. You were always on your way here. And the most beautiful part of it all, this moment right here, is just the beginning. There is a quiet but unmistakable shift moving through your energetic field right now, Leo. And if your spirit is as magnificent as I know it is, you've likely felt it in the way that money value and abundance no longer feel like something you have to chase. That isn't your imagination. That is a frequency shift. You are no longer just walking toward prosperity. It is now moving toward you, fast and bright, like a sunbeam breaking through the clouds. Not because you are forcing it, but because you have become the kind of radiant vessel that naturally attracts it. What once demanded constant effort, a relentless push, and a need to convince others of your worth, now seems to find you with a kind of spectacular ease. That, my friends, is the breathtaking beauty of resonance. It's that magical point when the frequency of your heart speaks louder than your hustle. And you, dear Leo, are learning to broadcast a new frequency. One that doesn't say, "I hope," but instead declares, "I know." No longer, "I'm trying," but rather, "I am." That subtle, powerful inward pivot is the difference between trying to light a fire with two sticks and becoming the fire itself. Pause for a moment and consider this. For most of your life, you may have been told that to succeed, you must shine brighter, perform better, and never leave the stage. But cosmic energy doesn't bow to exhaustion. It responds to clarity. The law of attraction doesn't respond to strain. It responds to how purely your soul radiates your deepest desires. And lately, something inside of you has been clearing, purifying, and refining itself. You've been letting go of the need for applause, releasing old fears of being unseen, and healing past wounds to your pride. In return, you are becoming a magnet, not just for money, but for pure alignment itself. You're attracting the right timing, the most supportive connections, and the brilliant answers that show up before the question has even fully formed in your mind. This kind of turning point doesn't happen all at once. It comes through a series of quiet, courageous choices. Choosing authenticity over performance, choosing joy over struggle, choosing generosity over guarding your heart. These choices aren't always loud, but they are incredibly brave, and they are reshaping your entire reality. The universe senses this shift the way a flower senses the dawn long before the sun appears. Abundance doesn't chase you. It finds the places that are ready to hold its light. And you, magnificent Leo, are becoming one of those places. If you want to meet this powerful shift more consciously, here is a beautiful practice that can help. Find a piece of paper and write down 3 things you know. Not just think, but feel in your heart that you are ready to create in your kingdom. Not vague wants, but soul-level truths that feel ripe and ready. It might be creative freedom, a leadership role that honors your gifts, a love that celebrates your authentic self. Once you have named them, place this list somewhere that feels sacred to you. A vision board, a small altar, or even taped to the mirror where you see it each morning. Let it rest there for the next 3 days, not as a superstition, but as a sacred decree. It is a powerful reminder that you are no longer chasing your desires. You are allowing them to be drawn to your magnificent light. And as you step into this radiant field of allowing, do not be surprised if a fresh sense of clarity begins to surface, not just about what you want, but about who you are. This kind of energetic rising often brings with it profound identity shifts. You may feel yourself outgrowing old roles, outdated scripts and definitions that once felt comfortable, but now feel like a costume that is far too small. That is not loss, my friend. That is your emergence. Let the old costumes fall away. Let your true, magnificent form be revealed. Because in moments like this, when change is stirring so powerfully, I always return to this sacred truth. Your growth is a divine act, even when it's unseen, especially when it's unseen. There is no ceremony, no spotlight, just the simple, powerful reality that your energy has shifted, and now everything meant for you can feel it. So stay present, stay radiant, and stay open to what is arriving. You are not here to chase what is yours. You are here to receive it with the grace and dignity of the king or queen you have always been. And remember, some of the most life-altering moments will not arrive with a grand fanfare. There won't always be trumpets or a royal procession. Sometimes they show up in the quietest, most humble ways. A stranger offers you help without knowing why. A long-forgotten creative idea suddenly reappears with the exact solution you've been seeking. A door of opportunity opens featherlight with your name engraved upon it, even though you never knocked. These are not flukes. They are not accidents. They are evidence of a divine rhythm that is now leaning in your direction. They are signs that the universe has remembered every seed of light you once planted, and it is finally gently returning the harvest to you. For you, Leo, this energy could not be more personal. Your sign carries the fire and grace of the sun. You are the archetype of the creator, the benevolent ruler, the one who brings warmth and light where shadows try to creep in. You understand the long game of energy. You know how courage compounds and how unseen generosity becomes its own kind of divine wealth. When you chose to inspire over criticizing, when you offered your heart without applause, when you gave of your spirit without demanding anything in return, that energy did not disappear. It settled deep into the cosmic soil of your life, like buried embers, waiting for the right wind to be fanned back into a glorious flame. And now that wind is blowing. The returns don't always show up from where you expect them, but they always arrive right on time. Sometimes it's a generous offer you didn't seek out. A kind message from someone who says, "I can't explain it, but I feel drawn to support your vision." A financial door cracks open without you even pushing. These are not strange coincidences. They are the path. And how you receive them with openness, with quiet gratitude, and with the dignity of one who knows their worth is just as sacred as all the heart-centered effort it took to summon them. You are not taking anything from anyone else. You are simply allowing the natural, magnificent harvest of a life lived with courage and authenticity. And in seasons like this, it is no longer about pushing harder. It is about trusting that what you have already done in action, in spirit, and in intention was more than enough. Energetically, this is what the Strength card whispers to us in the tarot. Not the strength of brute force, but the quiet, gentle strength of a sovereign heart that has tamed its own inner lions. You do not chase, you magnetize. You do not grab, you welcome. Your abundance is not hurried. It is cultivated through joyful creation. This is a beautiful moment to pause and reflect, my friends. Have you ever received something truly beautiful at just the right time? An act of grace, an unexpected opportunity, a door that opened just when you needed it most. If you feel called to, I invite you to share that story in the comments below. Not just as a memory, but as a sacred reminder to the universe. I remember the way you showed up for me once, and I am ready for you to show up for me again in an even more magnificent way. This isn't about earning your blessings. That part is already done. It is about letting yourself be found by them and being willing to say a resounding yes when they arrive. Because the doors are open now, the golden current is flowing, and everything you once gave in silence, in stillness, and in love is returning to you multiplied in ways that will astound you. What is arriving now is not just the act of receiving. It is the spark of becoming. Leo, your energy is synchronizing with what I call the legacy frequency. And please don't get stuck on the name. This vibration is not just about accumulating wealth. It is about stepping into a timeline where your divine worth echoes across every single layer of your life. Yes, through your finances, but also through your influence, your creative voice, your sacred contribution to the world, and a kind of inner peace that cannot be shaken by any external noise. you may start to notice that abundance no longer flows through just one single stream. It begins to branch out, creating a beautiful flowing river. One opportunity arises through your natural talents. Another, through a reconnection you never expected. A third, through your incredible generosity, a way of serving others that feels surprisingly effortless, even joyful. This is what it looks like when you stop resisting the magnificent expansion that has always been written in your stars. The sun, your ruler, reminds us that when your values are aligned with your actions, prosperity stops playing hide and seek. It stands before you, brilliant and clear. You are never asking for too much. You are never reaching too far. You weren't too much. You were just ahead of your time. You were aligned with your destiny before others could even comprehend the vision. There is a sacred power that comes from knowing your own direction, one that no longer begs for external validation. You no longer need a single drop of approval when you are walking in pure resonance with your soul. Confidence, the kind that lives in your very bones, doesn't need to shout to be seen. It's the soft, powerful shift in how you carry yourself, the ease in your breath, when you realize you are no longer performing. You are simply being. True confidence doesn't argue for your worth. It simply remembers it. And it knows, without needing any proof, that the throne that was carved for you cannot be claimed by anyone else. So keep shining, Leo. Keep creating. Keep choosing yourself, especially when it would be easier not to. And when the fruits of your spirit begin to ripen, when the kingdom you have been tending in your heart finally begins to manifest in the world around you, let that be your answer. Not to others, but to that quiet part of you that once wondered if you were foolish for believing so deeply in a dream no one else could see yet. You weren't foolish, you were just ahead of the season. And Leo, thank you for staying with me on this journey all the way to this exact moment. If you are still here, it is not just out of curiosity. It is because something deep inside you knows that this message was a divine appointment for your soul. Perhaps for the first time, you are not just hoping for something good to arrive. You are finally understanding that what is meant for you has already begun to unfold, not as a reward for being perfect, but as the natural, beautiful result of becoming more fully and magnificently you. You are not waiting for abundance anymore. You are syncing with its very frequency. You are not chasing after doors. You are becoming the kind of radiant, generous, and powerful presence that they naturally open for. So tell me, Leo, are you ready to live the life that others only dream about? Are you ready to receive what was delayed but was never, ever denied? If your entire being knows this message was meant for you, take all of this powerful energy and anchor it into your reality right now by commenting with the declaration, "I am stepping into my sovereign power." That is your way of saying, "Yes, I am ready. Not someday, not if I earn it, but now, just as I am." And while you are still here, let me thank you from the deepest part of my heart. Every like you offer, every comment you leave, every time you subscribe, you are not just supporting a message, you are keeping this sacred channel of cosmic wisdom alive. You are fueling a movement where radiant soul-led voices like yours help others find their own clarity their own path, and their own power. So if this message moved you, let it move through you. Like this video, not for the numbers, but as a personal affirmation. I see myself in this light. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that each week you can receive messages crafted specifically for your energy, your rhythm, and your magnificent growth. And please share this with someone you love, another lion or lioness whose soul is also rising just like yours. Because when abundance starts pouring like sunlight over your kingdom, I promise you, Leo, you won't want to be the only one standing in its glorious warmth. Let's rise together